legend no one will forget. Everyone thought King Koopa had left the Mushroom Kingdom. And then his doom ship attacked. King Koopa was back with the greatest danger ever known, his Koopa kids. Using their new superpowers, the Super Mario Brothers rescued Princess Toadstool and beat back the evil Koopa family. I'll get those plumbers!
Hello and welcome to the latest episode of Pixels in the Animation. I am one of your hosts, Gio Mike, and joining me in this epic journey back to the Mushroom Kingdom is TV's Mr. Neil.
Marty, we've got to do something about these Koopas. I don't know, that's the best I could do this week.
It's your kids, Koopas. Something is terribly wrong with your kids.
That's better.
Alright, so without any further ado, we're going to get right into today's episodes. Some are okay, others are cringeworthy as usual. So we're going to get right into it after this.
I really shouldn't go to the real world, Mario. I have a kingdom to run.
Doctor's orders, Princess. You're overworked, overtired.
Yeah, overdue for a vacation.
Right. Luigi and I can run the kingdom while you're gone.
Well,
Hey, let's go to the islands. Hawaii, here we come. Let's party!
Toad, we're only going for a couple of days. Maybe we shouldn't go at all.
Oh, patooies. You're going, and that's final.
Promise me you'll call for me if you have any trouble.
Trouble? Not with us in charge. How hard can it be to run a kingdom anyway?
Very hard, you little pipsqueak. With the princess away, the Koopas will play and destroy and ruin.
Ooh, hey, Bad King Dad. My twisted genius brain just had an idea.
I trust it's disgusting and devious.
Even worse, what if I built a robot princess to take over the kingdom while the real princess is gone?
A perfect idea, Kooky, my boy. I'm so glad I thought of it.
First up today is Rainstorm, and it has nothing to do with the weather, ladies and gentlemen. When Princess Toadstool and Toad take a vacation in Hawaii, Kooky uses a robot princess to try and take over the Mushroom Kingdom.
Oh my god.
Featured song, can you guess?
Well, I'm looking right at it, so it's...
Oh, you cheater!
Sorry. It's Girls Just Want to Have Fun.
I thought that was nice, though.
Yeah.
Because you've got Cindy coming back, seeing as how she was friends with Captain Lou. Even though Captain Lou isn't in this series, I thought it was nice to kind of continue on the Cyndi Lauper Mario brother kind of thing. The grassland map was used as a title card this time around. I like this, but who the hell was doing the voice for the robot princess?
I'm guessing it was the same person who did the
regular voice for Princess Toadstool?
Yeah.
I'm not sure, because it sounded robotic, but it was annoying as hell.
Yeah, because back in the late 80s, early 90s, being unless you're a Transformer, being a robot meant that you sound like Vicky from Small Wonder. Like, I am a robot. Beep, beep, boop, boop.
Oh my god, you just brought up Vicky from Small Wonder. Holy crap.
Well, it fits.
Oh, no, I'm not saying it doesn't, but it's like not a lot of people I talk to even remember that damn show.
People try not to remember it.
The plot in this it's interesting. It's another, I mean, all of these plots are going to, revolve around Koopa trying to figure out a way to take over the Mushroom Kingdom. Mm-hmm. This one is, I think, one of the better planned ones, because he does it without actually having to do anything to the actual princess. Because technically, the Super Mario Brothers are the villains of this episode, because they're the ones that, basically say, "Oh, princess, it'll be fine. Whatever it is, we can handle it. You deserve it. Go on, Van." It's kind of like, come here, kid. You want to smoke this cigarette? Come on, it's good for you. It's like, really? Seriously? You're going to convince her to do something she knows she shouldn't probably do, even though she wants to do it?
Right.
Oh, God. Thoughts on the plot?
Kind of funny, just because it shows how ineffectual the Mario Brothers can be. It's like they're left in charge, so naturally everything goes to hell.
Yeah.
Like almost immediately.
Yeah.
And Robot Princess, it's like she hands the kingdom over to Koopa, and you would think someone would be like, no, we're gonna step in and stop this, but like a certain Zelda episode where it's like, like the wedding where it's like it's like somebody should have been able to like step in and say, no, this is not gonna stand. But Koopa almost succeeds, and it's kind of fun. Meanwhile, Toad and Princess Popeye Arms Peach are like in the real world, and she's hanging out with some like beach dude who we never see again, even though I don't know what was up with him. Was he like supposed to be like a love interest? But there was like this beach bum surfer guy who was like,
oh yeah, what was his name? Ward, Whack-a-Mole? I don't know. Yeah, he was supposed to be some. Oh, it was Cutter.
Okay.
That's what his name was. I was gonna call him Cutman for a minute, but no, that's a completely other game. We'll get to that in a few episodes.
Yeah. And there was a subplot where it was like, well, if Princess Peach is back, how come she doesn't have a tan for being in Hawaii? And as the episode progresses, she's getting more and more of a tan, and
yeah, the color changes. I don't know what was going on in this in this animation studio or in this production thing. But the color changes are just not natural at all.
Yeah, the color keys, whatever they use, are just bad. It kind of looked like like Kramer from that one episode of Seinfeld where he gets sunburned when he's like sunbathing on the roof.
Oh, yeah. Well, there's two episodes from On the Roof. There's the sunbathing one, unless it's the same episode we're talking about. You're talking about when he uses the butter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
was like, oh.
And he's like all dark.
He's like, Jerry, I think I cooked myself. I love that one. It's so funny.
This is also the first of two episodes where Princess Peach spends the entire episode in a one-piece bathing suit, and I'm like, was someone on the art staff of this show like really into Princess Peach? I know people like this, and I'm like, dude, no, because it's like like I said, she's got Popeye arms.
Yeah. Maybe she eats a lot of spinach instead of hamburgers.
Oh, God. Well, she does save the day here.
Yeah, she does. All right, let's get to these super leaves.
The stairway to Skyland keeps flying off and dropping people in the garbage dump.
The new Mushroom Shopping Mall is haunted with Bo Diddleys. There's more trouble in the Mushroom Kingdom than we can handle, Mario. We gotta ask the princess to come home.
The princess needs her rest. You heard what the doctor said.
Face it, we're plumber heroes, not princes.
I'll send her a whoopogram message to get back here pronto.
Here, I already wrote
it. All right, so for super leaves, now for a half a second, I wrote this note down and thought about it for a half a second, and then I just I think it was more so the color change with the tanning that kind of made me reverse my opinion of this. But she did look pretty good in the bathing suit there for a few moments until she got that really, really extra crispy tan.
I don't know.
For like 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Come on, at least give me 2 seconds.
I suppose. But you see, DeviantArt has kind of
oh God. Here we go.
Has kind of warped me, so like
Yeah.
I take the standard Princess Peach over the cartoon Princess Peach any day.
Yeah, I'm horrified to ask you this, but you'll have to send me links to the DVR stuff. I'm scared though. And of course, Mario and Luigi are in over their heads, quite literally. I love Kooky. He's awesome. Kooky von Koopa or Ludwig von Koopa, whichever name you want to use for him. He's an evil version of Donatello, and that's awesome.
Oh god.
So we finally, I haven't seen one of these things in forever, but we finally see an entire field of fire flowers.
Oh yeah.
Toad basically, I put this under good moments because I thought it was kind of funny, but it's kind of a bad moment too. Toad basically says, hey, keep all this a secret. Cutter has no clue what's going on. He's a California surfer dude. Hawaii surfer dude. He has no clue whatsoever. And the reason why I brought up California is because whoever did the voice for him, oh my god, I don't think this is true, but holy crap, what if it's Captain N as Cutter? Wow.
Oh my god.
Oh boy. He has sort of that California surfer dude voice to him.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I brought it up. As far as okay, what did you like about this one? Anything?
Well, obviously I've had a lot more to say about it than the last 3 episodes, so I kind of like this episode. It was just kind of this. It was stupid, but it was stupid in a funny way. Just the fact that she leaves and the Mario brothers immediately become incompetent and can't do a damn thing, even when it's clear that they're getting the jazz from Koopa.
Yeah.
It's just like, what's wrong with the princess? Why are we being kicked out of the Mushroom Kingdom? It's like, what's going on here? Why can't we solve this really easy, obvious plot that's going on here? It's like, why does Princess Peach sound like Vicky? Why does she have joints on her elbows?
Yeah, you would think that they would notice that. Honestly, you would think that they would notice that.
She looks like a robot master, for Christ's sake.
Oh my god.
Like, all you need is like Dr. Wily there, and
yeah. Oh god. Robot princess marries Gutsman.
Oh.
Wow. Just imagine the mother brain babies they'd come out with.
Oh no.
All right, let's get to the patooies.
Warpogram message to Princess Toadstool intercepted as ordered, Your Royal Rottenness. My plan is working like a charm. When is the robot princess gonna be ready?
Hold your Goombas back, King Dad. You can't rush genius.
I need the robot princess now, Kooky, or I'm sending you to your dungeon and cutting your allowance.
Robot's ready for evil, King Dad. No one in the Mushroom Kingdom will even suspect the real princess is still in the real world.
Alright, for the patooies, I actually only have one thing because I really dug this episode. I wouldn't necessarily say this episode is middle of the road, but for me that's kind of where I ranked it because it didn't have any like, oh my god, jaw-dropping awesomeness to it, but it's not a bad episode at all. There's just one thing that freaked me the hell out at the end. Why does the princess have sideburns? There is an image at the end, I think it's when she's riding the wave into the castle, or when there's one of the scenes close to the end of the episode where her hair, the way it is, it makes it look like she has 2 Mario-like sideburns, even though it's her own hair. That's the cut. That's the shape and the color. But it just
overseas animation misinterpreting, because she does have kind of like the lock of hair that overhangs her ear like that. But yeah, that was
not in the front. It doesn't.
Well, sometimes it does, depending on which character model you're using. But yeah. It did kind of look like sideburns.
What didn't you like about this one? Anything?
I I'm just gonna say the tan job. I mean, toward the end, it really looks weird and unnatural. It was like
Looks like, what was that movie? I know it wasn't Pump Up the Volume, but what was that movie with that kid that Mark kid that couldn't get into college because he was a white guy or he didn't have, and he basically face paints himself to be an African American.
oh my god,
What the hell was the name of that movie?
I can
I
only
swear I've seen this. I'm not making this up. I'm honestly not. Oh my god. What was that? Anyway.
Yeah.
All right.
I guess the only other thing would be Cutter himself. He didn't really have anything to do with the plot except to be the weird, awkward love interest that shouldn't be because you think Mario would be the love interest. And at the end, he's like, "Huh, you're a princess from a video game land." It's like, I guess he had the Master System. I don't know.
So then, if Alex Kidd shows up, he's not gonna be
Yeah.
too surprised, then, right?
Yeah, he'd be like, "Oh, Alex, my buddy."
Yeah. Oh god, now I have to put a My Buddy ad in this episode of the podcast. Okay, up next, Toddler Terrors of Time Travel. Dun dun.
Oh, my aching head. Oh!
Since you get these headaches every time you get clobbered by the Mario Brothers.
I could have taken over the Mushroom Kingdom years ago.
If only those nincompoop plumbers hadn't fallen down that warp zone pipe in Brooklyn. Maybe we can go back and change history, King Dad. All we need is a little time travel.
All right, next up, Toddler Terrors of Time Travel. Dun dun dun.
This episode.
So we have Kooky and Bowser who try to go back in time to stop the Super Mario Brothers from ever going down the drain in Brooklyn. But their plan backfires, turning them all into babies. The featured song is Baby Chase, a slightly altered version of Babyface by Jan Garber. And the Grassland map is used again. I like this a little bit. It's not the best episode, but I'd say it's halfway on the edge of being halfway decent and almost bad. So it's not like Beauty of Cootie, oh my god, god awful, but it was better than most, I guess. I don't know. The plot, Koopa wanting to do this, actually for him, it's probably the most intellectual plot he's ever done. Execution of it fails on so many levels, but and there are certain moments in the episode itself that do fail, especially when a box squeaks.
Yeah.
Talk about that a little bit later. But I mean, overall, this was fairly enjoyable to watch for the most part. I don't know. What about you? I'm sure you have a list a mile long.
Okay, first of all, time travel plots are always problematic, but this episode, it's like they just didn't care. I mean, they seemed to forget that there was a time travel episode like halfway through. I mean, I was like, okay, they're going to go back in time and they're going to run into the Mario Brothers before they left Brooklyn, except that never happened. It was like suddenly the original Mario Brothers didn't exist, and it's like, and we also forgot that we were back in time because as the episode ends, King Koopa and Kooky leave, and presumably they go into the future, but then Mario and Luigi simply go through a warp zone and arrive back in the present. It's like, wait, what? It's like, did you forget that you were in the past? And then it's like, I think that, like, I forget how it ends, but it was just like such a cop out at the end. It was so weird. And
the ending was them coming into the drain pipe thing, pulling all the crap out and going down the drain. Because that was the point of Koopa's whole thing. He was going to stop them originally from going down there, and basically clog up the drain so they couldn't go down there. And at the end of it, it was after the real Mario Brothers pulled all this stuff up. He's like, she asked him, "So would you Mario Brothers like to stay for my party?" "No, sorry, we got a princess to protect," and down the drain they went.
Yeah, which at that point, since they're still in the past, it should have been like the opening of the Super Show version of the cartoon. But instead, they arrive in the Mario 3 timeline, and I'm just like, facepalm.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a facepalm moment, but it was still funny for the most part.
It was funny.
Yeah. All right, we are gonna get to the Super Leaves after this.
We can't all fit in there.
Sure we can.
Mario's always getting us into tight spots.
I must be getting tired. This crate is 10 times as heavy as it was before.
All right, grabbing the Super Leaves. Too far back in time, everyone is babyfied. Then again, Koopa was a cute baby until he grew up to be looking like ugly as all hell. Oh my god. I like the animation. I think it's interesting. I love all the crap that Kooky and Koopa get to plug up this drain. Like, I mean, they throw everything and the kitchen sink in this drain. The pipes should have burst and the tub should have exploded with all the crap that... I mean, it's funny. I like it, but oh my god. I mean, they're just pulling stuff out of their ass to put down this drain to make sure that the Marios never get there. It's crazy. What about you?
It was a funny episode overall. It was just kind of weird. But I did kind of like the moments where where the piping is so screwed up that the woman picks up the phone and she gets splashed in the face over the phone. It's like that's a joke that I've seen in so many shows. So it's always good for a laugh though.
Yep.
But yeah, just. I'm afraid that the negative is going to outweigh the positive here for this one. So I don't really. I guess King Koopa and Kooky dressed as Wario.
Yeah, that was kind of funny.
Yeah, it was like, oh, that again.
Wait, was Wario even out by then?
Oh no, there was no Wario at this point. But
okay. But
it's just kind of weird. It's kind of like there was a cameo in the Super Show that was kind of like that. Where it's like, sometimes I wonder if Miyamoto and the other, I forget what the other guy's name is, but I kind of wonder if those guys are watching this and they were like, hey, we should, I almost did them as like a Brooklyn accent, like, oh no, that's not right, they're from Japan, but they would have looked at it and been like, hey, let's make another evil plumber character that's kind of like that.
Wait. It's funny, didn't I already point out a Wario reference at some point?
Yeah, it was in the Super Show. It was like way back then. It was like there was clearly a character with the Wario color scheme.
Colors and the hat and
yeah. Sometimes I wonder if like the game creators were actually watching this show. It's kind of like in the Zelda cartoon. There was stuff going on that wouldn't appear in the games for like 5 more years.
All right, we're going to get to the Patooies after this.
Where should I put these supplies, your ultimate evilness?
Toss them over there. Did you hear something?
Nope, just your imagination.
It's working! I'll take us back to that Brooklyn drain just before noon, when the Mario Brothers walked into the Mushroom Kingdom.
You're a slowpoke, Kooky.
But King Dad, it'll blow if you give it more juice. Whoa! We're going out of control! No!
Stowaways! I'll fix you!
Forget them! Help me! We're going too far back in time!
movie moments for terrors of time travel toddlers. Honestly, I didn't write anything down. What do you got?
Well, just the fact that this entire episode has amnesia. It's like I said, it forgot that it was a time travel episode like halfway through, and then I had to watch this again to make sure that this happened. But at some point, baby Toad becomes adult Toad, and there's no explanation why.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna knock this episode on one more thing. It started the whole baby Mario or baby everything sort of phenomenon where it's like we can't have a Mario Kart game anymore unless we have the baby versions of each character. It's like, God damn it. And it feels like this is where that got started.
Probably. All right, we're gonna go to the last episode of the day after this.
I'm so gorgeous. I'm at least 5 times more beautiful than I was yesterday.
Goody pie! If that pigsty you call a room isn't clean yet, you're grounded.
Hello, King Dad. I cleaned my room.
No chocolate-covered cockroach snacks? No tripping old ladies? No fun of any sort for a whole month.
How'd I end up with such a mean, old, ugly bag of scales for a dad? Of course, that's it.
What's it?
Dad's not my real dad. I must be adopted. I am far too beautiful to be a Koopa. You know, Big Mouth, I bet our real dad is a movie star.
Yeah, someone magnificent like we are. Let's go find him.
Alright, finally up today is Dadzilla. Fed up with Bowser's ways, Wendy and Morton bring a Hollywood movie monster to life and convince him he's their real dad. I have no idea why the Desert Land map was used, but it was used as a title card. I don't think they have... No, they never went to Desert Land in this episode, but... what to say about this one? Worst episode of the day?
I would say so.
They really wrote these kids to be really stupid in this episode, and they're not. Like, the Koopa kids are very gullible. They're still learning, but they're not as dumb as rocks. And that's the way they were written. That's the way Cootie Pie and Big Mouth were written in this, because the fact that they think that Koopa is not their father.
And they jumped to this conclusion very, very quickly for no reason whatsoever.
And that's the other thing, and I've been meaning to bring this up since we started this series, about the timeline and about the actual birth of the... I mean, I get it, marketing-wise, game-wise, oh, Koopa's back and with his 7 kids, because it gives you 7 worlds plus him to have bosses to fight and everything else like that, but it's like, in the context of the cartoon, what female version of Koopa would ever have kids with him, let alone 1, let alone 7?
I don't know.
It's like, I don't know. But this one, I think there's one funny moment the entire thing. I think the only super leaf I have for this is I did enjoy the crazy kind of animation that was done with the Dadzilla character. I thought that was kind of cool for a little while. The only funny moment I had for this one was when Momzilla shows up.
Oh, God.
It reminds me, it's like, Mario wanted, Mario is Ray Stantz, and hey, let's use her.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a positive. Huh. I could just see it now, Mario and Luigi and Princess and Toad in the top of Lady Liberty. strutting down the streets of New York City, going with higher and higher. Your love keeps living. Oh God, I can so see that now. Yeah. Do you have any good things about this one?
Nope.
Nope. All right, I'm scared to ask, but let's hit the patooies.
Well, great, kids. Really great. Encore.
Yeah! Show 'em who's boss, Dad!
You don't want to cheer for my kids? Fine. Cheer for the shrimp at the bottom of the ocean.
Junior, this is your mother. Stop that.
You're my mommy?
Of course I'm your mommy, you naughty boy. Now put those people down.
Yes, Mommy. Right away, Mommy.
No way, Dad! You gotta do what we say!
Junior, are these your children? All right, grandchildren, it's time for your nap.
We hate naps!
In our family, you must take naps every afternoon so you'll be rested for your chores.
We hate chores!
And I hate ugly brats who talk back. Junior, if you don't make your children behave, I will.
Oh, come on, kids. Do what your granny says.
Big Mouth, I'm beginning to think this isn't our real family after all.
4 patooies. All right. The physics of stretching the car should have never worked.
Yeah, but it's also a cartoon world, so... Actually, no, it is the real world, so yeah, that shouldn't have happened.
Yeah, it is the real world. It's not the Mushroom Kingdom. It's the real world. That should have never worked. That car should, it's kind of like it's kind of like Lex Luthor punching a phone in Superman the Animated Series and the phone explodes. It should never. As soon as you punch a phone, it explodes. This plot is just plain weird. Dadzilla is tired. This is a fake, prop robot thing come to life. Of course he would be tired. The Koopa kids are running 1,000,000 miles a minute around him. Now, normally you're the one to say this, but the best thing about this episode was that it ended, and the ending itself, honestly. But
I think this episode actually broke me because I seem to have blacked out on the ending. I know I watched it, but well, first of all, there's been a bit of a lag between actually watching these and recording this episode, so it's been like over a week. But still, it's like I can't believe I don't remember the ending at all. But what I do remember is just how utterly stupid this plot was. I mean, it's not even like funny stupid. It's just kind of
stupid.
Yeah, it's just like
the ending, because you don't remember, was Mario and Luigi built Mamazilla.
Yeah, I'm looking at the picture of that. I'm like, wow.
Yeah. She came to life somehow. I don't know how she came. I don't remember them having a wand or anything. I don't know. Oh no, she didn't come to life. It was Walker Boone using his female Mario voice. That's what it was. So she comes to life, or they bring her to life. She goes and talks to Junior and has the kids go back. The ending, that was the funny part about the ending, was Koopa, going after the kids. But the strange part about the ending was the fact that now Dadzilla, or whatever his real name, I honestly don't. It's a version of Godzilla, honestly.
Yeah.
He's gonna go out and live happily in Giant Land.
Okay.
I don't know. I just don't know.
But one thing I do remember about this episode was that there was a fire flower in it. And it was kind of weird because Mario grabs it, he tucks it into his costume, and I'm like, oh wait, that's right, there was an inventory system in this game. So I guess that's how they account for that. It's like, okay.
That, and when he uses the fire flower, he doesn't turn into regular old, like, because I don't remember the color scheme in the game, because I never really used the fire flowers in the game.
Actually, they got it right, except that there were some color glitches I noticed.
Well, see, I thought they got it wrong because it was full-on red and white, which I know that's the full-on red and white is what they use in Mario World.
Well, yeah, and in Super Mario 1, but in Super Mario 3, it's like orange and red. Plus, in Super Mario 3 and on, his overalls and his shirt are like reversed. So it's like he should have blue overalls and a red shirt. And when he turns into Fire Mario, his overalls turn red. So it's like so in this cartoon, when they try to do that, it kind of it doesn't quite work the same way it does in the other Mario cartoon. It's like it barely changes them.
Yeah. Well, no, in the game, it turns red and white, doesn't it? Red shirt and white overalls.
Not in Mario 3.
I don't use a lot of fire flowers in Mario 3. I usually just fly through everything and use hammer suits and all that other good stuff. Frog suit when I have to, but we all know how useless those are.
Oh, I hate the frog suit. And we'll get to that in a future episode.
Yeah. Oh, brother, will we ever. All right, so I think that's going to do it for this episode. We're going to take a quick break, come back with final thoughts and ratings after this.
It's action, it's drama, it's comedy. It's Dadzilla, the superhero webcomic. Dadzilla's got superhero antics and sexy girls. Read it now at Dadzilla.com. DASIEN.com.
Alright, we are back, and ratings for the episodes today. Let's see. Rainstorm, I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5. Hammers, I did really enjoy it. I have to take 2 points off for the sideburns. 1 point each.
I think I would just give it a 3 just because
Yeah.
it was kind of funny, but also kind of dumb. But
Oh, yeah, no, that's the same thing. I mean, I'm giving it 3 out of 5. I don't do that 0.5 crap. That's a little ridiculous, but... for Toddler Terrors of Time Travel, I guarantee you we're going to have completely different scores for this, but go ahead.
I'm going to give it a 1.
I'm going to give it a 4.
Oh, God. It's a dumb episode, but it's like almost funny just because it seems to forget what the plot is.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to give it a 4 because I think it's absolutely hilarious. A lot of the lines that Mario says, like when he's talking about the lady and then seeing how she actually is and how gullible she actually is. And I just love when I think out of all the Koopa kids, Kooky is my favorite because, as I said, I think it was either this week or last time. He is essentially an evil version of Donatello from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and it's just absolutely refreshing.
Kooky does machines.
Oh, God. Oh, my God, yes. Are you reading that comic?
No.
Oh, okay. For Dadzilla, what do we think of Dadzilla?
I guess I'll give it a 2.
Oh, God.
I mean, it was okay.
0. No hammers. It's horrible. It's the execution of it and how things went so weird. It's not like when I gave Beauty of Cootie a 0, it's because of Cootie Pie and because of the entire plot of that episode and her story. But this, it's just too weird. And it was annoying the crap out of me. So yeah, 0 for Dadzilla. I think that's going to do it this time around. Thank you for joining us here on Pixels the Animation. There's always get in contact with us or leave feedback for the show. Visit the website, geekcastradio.com. You can also check out Decian.com from Neil's comic series.
Yes.
Email feedback at geekcastradio.com. Put in the subject line PITA episode 35 or just PETA 35. Leave the show's feedback in iTunes. Please do this. Follow us on Twitter. You can follow at GeekCastRadio for all the other network updates. I am TF2 and Mike. What is your Twitter?
Neil Sama.
Become a fan on Facebook. Go to facebook.com/GeekCastRadio Network. You can also check out Decian Comic over there as well. Call the voicemail line. Tell us the show you're leaving the message for and your name. 502-526-5821. We hope you enjoyed this latest episode of Pixels the Animation. Wish you'll join us next time when we'll be reviewing 3 more episodes of The Adventures of Super Mario Bros. 3. Those being Tag Team Trouble. Oh boy, I know what song I have to use in that episode. Oh Brother, and Misadventure of Mighty Plumber. Oh God, Mighty Plumber returns. God. For now, I am TF2 and Mike with
TV's Mr. Neil.
Tune in next time and help us find the pixels in the animation.